Hey guys, do you think I'm ready to talk about this whole crazy situation that's been going on with me and my miscarriage? So on September 8th, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. And then I told my husband that night, and the next day I told Kara. It was only 3 days that I got to know and enjoy a pregnancy, because on the 12th, it was the 11th, I went to the bathroom, and when I wiped, I saw that I was bleeding. I instantly freaked out. I knew that wasn't good, because I also started feeling cramps. I went to the local hospital, and because I was only 4 weeks and 4 days, they couldn't see anything on the ultrasound, but of course that was expected, and they checked my levels, and my beta was 1270 at the time, which was good. And they sent me home to follow up with an OB. Now, I hadn't seen an OB yet, because again, I've only known I was pregnant for 3 days, and the ones I called, don't want to see me until at least 8 weeks. So I started making some more phone calls, and I found a high-risk doctor who would see me right away. So I made that appointment, and that appointment was for a Thursday, and I started bleeding on Sunday. So on Thursday, I went to the high-risk doctor. I had still been bleeding since Sunday, and she scanned me. The doctor herself scanned me, and for only about 5 minutes, and was very concerned about an ectopic, possibly. I had another beta, and it was the same. Oh, well, it was within a couple of digits, but nonetheless, it was the same. And for 4 days later, it should have been much higher. So when that happens, they are concerned about an ectopic, and she sent me to the hospital there, and I went, and they checked me out. Again, could not see anything on the ultrasound, and when I got there, the beta had gone down. So they confirmed a miscarriage, and there wasn't much they could do about it. But they were confident that it wasn't ectopic, because I wasn't in excruciating pain. So I went home for the next 3 weeks and continued to bleed, large clots and everything. Then I went to an OB that I was able to get into, a regular OB, and I just wanted to go in to see that I had passed everything, and that everything was kind of done. And they said they saw something, and which is what I talked about in my last video. They told me they saw a baby that measured 7 weeks, which is what I would have been. So after emotionally getting used to the fact that I had a miscarriage, my hopes are now up. They said they couldn't see a heartbeat, but 7 weeks may be too early. I held on to that because nobody could find anything before. So they gave me a picture of little Bean sent me to get blood work and to come back in a week when I was 8 weeks pregnant. Well, due to the center that I go to get my blood work, I'm able to log in and see the results. So the next day, well, it was a couple of days because it was the weekend, and so on Tuesday I went and got my blood drawn, and on Wednesday I logged in. And after, you know, the weekend and 2 days thinking that I could possibly still be pregnant, I saw that my HCG levels were almost back to 0. So that confirmed that I really did have a miscarriage 3 weeks prior. And I felt like I had lost another baby, even though we're still talking about the same one, because of the emotional roller coaster. And of course I found it at work, so I had to go in my office and just take a few minutes and get used to the fact that I did in fact have a miscarriage. Possibly what they seen was another fibroid that just happened to measure 7 weeks, I guess. My doctor's appointment was canceled and rescheduled because of the Hurricane Matthew that came through Florida. And so I don't see them until next week. And I think what I'm going to do is talk to them about getting all these fibroids removed, because I think that was one of the common denominators in all of my ultrasounds, is the tech and doctors are like, wow, you really are full of that fibroids. And they even found a 9-centimeter fibroid, and so I kind of think that might have something to do with it. But even though it was 1 loss, I really feel like it was 2, and I feel like I'm in this world that no one else is in, because I don't think anybody is grieving as hard as I am about it. I think people just, oh, it's okay, you can try again. But I've been trying for 2 years, and I got to enjoy a positive pregnancy test for 3 days. And in that 3 days, like, I had so much planned out, and now that's not going to happen. So I will keep you guys updated. The reason I wanted to make a follow-up video on my miscarriage, and even though it's not really a good topic and it's not happy, is because when I was going through this, I watched so many videos like this, and it brought me comfort. It brought me comfort and helped me pass the time, and to see what other women were going through. And so I just wanted to add to that, to hope to be a sense of comfort for someone else going through the same situation. I didn't have any other symptoms other than bleeding and cramping. I bled for 3 weeks straight, and it has let up, and I've not bled now for a week and a half. And so I'm hoping, now that my HCG levels are going back to 0, that you know, my body can go back to being regular. They do call this a chemical pregnancy because it was so early, 4 weeks or something, that my baby didn't have a chance to really develop into much. And I don't like to call it a chemical pregnancy, because to me that makes it less real. But I in fact was pregnant, and I am not anymore. So I hope that I'm able to help somebody that's looking for symptoms and a story, and I hope that in the coming months that I can get pregnant again and have a healthy and happy baby. And I want to thank you guys for all of your wishes and prayers in my last video. You guys, I've felt so much love, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you that are standing behind me in this. So I'm gonna do a couple of things in tribute to my baby, and I'm gonna work on healing. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.